Good morning. Happy Sunday. Okay, today I want you to realize that there are no small parts in the world. There are no small parts. You might think that you're living a small part in this world, but your part is way more important than you think. There are no small parts, there are only small players. And I love that this book said that. Maybe you've had a moment where you're like, I am just a small role in this world, or a victim moment, or a stuck in the pity party moment. Everyone's had those moments. But it's really important for you to realize that every single body in this world has a significant part in this world. That person that you walk by that may have smiled at you, may have shifted your whole day, may have shifted your whole month or your life. Someone you saw that was being really negative, well, that shifted your mind and perception. You might be like, I don't want to be that type of person. And that was like literally 2 seconds of your life. So, this is really important for us as we're entrepreneurs, and you think, oh, this is just a small part of my life, or I don't have that many customers, or I'm not a leader yet and I haven't recruited. You are a significant part of Scentsy. You are a significant part of our Scentsy family. And how you perceive your role in the world is really important. And I need you to realize that you are a significant part in this business. Okay, so you need to look at the words you say. Sometimes you think it's just a word that I'm saying, but these words are super powerful. And sometimes we tell ourselves like about old stories or current situations, and we'll say something like, it just is what it is. The ending will always be the same. So when you say it is what it is, the universe will always show up like that. So sometimes we'll say something like, I'm just not built for this, or that's just the way life is, or, it hasn't killed me yet. Here's what your body hears. Here's what your mind hears. Here's what the universe hears. I can't ever physically do this. Life is predetermined, so why bother? I will die from this. So it's just really important for you to realize that your words and the way you perceive yourselves are really important. Is there really a purpose for this belief, or is it trapped energy? A job that is okay, this is going too much. Okay, for an example. I want you to, this is the exercise, I want you to look at yourself. So sometimes we say things like, I can never do this. I can never be successful. I can never accomplish this. I want you to do an exercise. I want you to remember the first time you heard that phrase. How old were you? Where were you? Who said this to you? When we start acknowledging what we're doing, what we heard, and how it made us feel, that's when we can now grow into a different role, and we can grow from these words. I want you to trust exactly what comes up to mind. Sometimes it doesn't even make sense, and sometimes things don't even pop up. But I want you to just allow the first thought that comes to your mind, allow it, write it down. Okay, so this is like an example. She says, when you have children and you poured them a glass of milk, you might say, don't spill the milk, instead of saying, be careful with your milk. Kind of the same message, but words are powerful, and two different kinds of messages. So, can you resonate with how much less milk might spilled worldwide if children heard be careful with instead of don't spill? There's a key distinction between those two phrases, and also a large ripple effect in terms of how each statement is absorbed by the body. So like, as soon as you say, don't spill the milk, that like attacks the body, don't you find? Mind cannot process a negative statement like that. Don't spill your milk. it can, however, absorb. Be careful. A positive action statement. So just, you have to be careful with the words that you're using. If you think you're not a significant person in this world and you're just someone who works a restaurant or a teller and you don't really have a significant role, if you view yourself like that, you will act that way. If you're like, you know what? I am a significant person. I am alive. I work at a grocery store, or I'm a hairdresser. You have a significant part every single day. You could have a significant change in people's lives every single day. And you choose to view it that way or not. The way we speak to ourselves and we speak to our children also have a significant impact on their lives and down the life. So I want you to start realizing, like, what significant phrase were told to you that you can't do this, you're small, you're never going to achieve anything. Who told you these things? Where were you? I want you to write it down. Do this exercise, because if we start acknowledging where we were and where we want to be and how we want to grow and change the ripple effect, we need to acknowledge where it came from. All right? So that is your exercise and, something to ponder about today. Happy Sunday.